Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and a wonderfully empty puzzle today called 4 o'clock by Just Curb, whose debut it is on the channel, so congratulations to them. I love the idea of this grid. Do have a look at this puzzle. I think it'll be very interesting. Now, do of course check out all our stuff on Patreon and on the Discord server, our merchandise and our apps, all on the links under the video. And of course we streamed yesterday, last episode of Tai. Very pleased to get to an ending in that game. And yeah, I don't know what we'll stream next. It'll be in a while, I suspect. But that was very enjoyable and a video well worth watching. Now, let's have a look at this. And there is a very important sentence in the rules here. I will say that right away. Without it, they don't make much sense. So, the rules are these. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So we're going to put 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box of the grid. White dots show all orthogonal neighbours whose digits are consecutive. So if there was a white dot between those cells, they might be a 5 and a 6. There isn't. Black dots show a 1 to 2 ratio relationship in orthogonal neighbours. So if there was a black dot between those two cells, they could be 3 and 6. But there isn't. And you will notice, because you're a very perceptive viewer, that there are no white or black dots anywhere in this grid. So why are those rules there? Because all dots are given. And all dots in this case is no dots. I once went to, I think it was an edition of the UK Sudoku Championship, which is coming up again on the 1st of April, so do check it out if you're in the UK. And as far as I remember, every puzzle with a negative constraint had 0 instances of the item that they were negatively constrained about. And constructors do like to play with this, but this is a very interesting idea, I think. Now, we do have some other markings that are positive. Digits along thermos, 2 2-cell thermos, increase from the bulb, so that has to be smaller than that, and that has to be smaller than that. And the grey, the square indicates an even digit, so that's an even one. Okay, so that's all the rules we get. You might think with so few markings in the grid, 3 given digits, that this is going to be viciously hard, and it might be, but I think there may be some surprises in store for us along the way. Let's have a go. Do try it yourself before you watch the solve. I am going to start now. Let's get cracking. And, you know, full disclosure, I have seen anti-crop key puzzles before, which this is. It's also anti-consecutive, and that's very powerful. And the most exciting thing of all in terms of the given digits is that 4 is astonishingly the most constrained digit, and that is because you can add 1, subtract 1, halve it and double it and get 4 different results. And that means that around this 4 in the grid, we cannot have 3 or 5 because they would generate a white dot, and we cannot have 2 or 8 because they would generate a black dot. So this is 1, 6, 7 and 9 because they're the only other Sudoku digits remaining. They're a quadruple. And therefore 2, 3, and 5 and 8 have to hide away from the 4 in this box. And obviously, this pattern is going to be repeated here with, in both of these boxes, with 2, 3, 5, 8 in the corners, 1, 6, 7, 9 in the orthogonal neighbours of 4. Now, I'm wondering, I have seen this before, but I'm not sure I've seen it replicated so much with 4s in the middle. I'm wondering a couple of things. One of the things I'm wondering is if all these squares are going to end up being, all these boxes are going to end up being exactly the same digits in the same order. I am wondering if there is a possibility that there's only one way of rotating the numbers around 4. I'm just going to use this box as an aide-memoire box for the moment. Let's make it yellow. This is not in play. I'm just testing. Now, again here, 4 would go there, and then the cells immediately touching it, sharing an edge, would be 1, 6, 7, 9. Let's assume, what's a powerful one to assume? Let's assume that was a 6. That can't touch 3 because it's double 3, and it can't touch 5 because that's a consecutive neighbour. So the digits surrounding 6 are 2 and 8. And this is a 3-5 pair at the bottom. And you see we're kind of forming a pattern, perhaps. I'm wondering about these and how they neighbour. They don't have any problems neighbouring 3 or 5, actually, because they're all odd digits. Oh, okay, maybe there isn't going to be. I suppose the 1... I don't know. Can the 1 be there? The 8, oh, the 8 can't neighbour 7 or 9. Whichever of these is an 8. Let's say it was there. That must neighbour 1. That's a 2 then. And I've just selected where the 6 was, and I've selected where the 8 was. But, okay, well, this wasn't quite the full solution to these boxes I was thinking might occur. But it does tell us, at least, that around each of these boxes, either clockwise or anti-clockwise, starting from one corner or another, we have a 2, 6, 8, 1 sequence. I'm going to try and remember that in case it's helpful later, and I might be on the wrong track here. Okay, let us... This can be 2, 6 or 8, which isn't that useful yet. What I'm going to do is shade the digits that can touch 4 one colour. Let's say yellow, because it's a friendly, warm colour. And let's say red for red alert, the digits that can't touch 4. Oh yes, of course, this is lovely. Place 4 in this box. It's beautiful. 4 by Sudoku can't be in those cells. And 4 can never abut a red digit. So that, and that can't be 4. And now we've ruled out all of those, and we know exactly where 4 goes. Then 4's in one of those cells, but I think we can play the same trick here. All of those can't be 4 by Sudoku. Those for touching red. I am beginning to wonder how this grid actually holds together. We get those 4's. Can we do the same? Yeah, we can do the same here. Look, all of those are impossible. Those touch red, and we're left with that one. So that will be the only cell in this box as well, for the same reasons, and that's 4. And we've done all the 4's. This is a bit like that puzzle where Simon did all the 2's on Tigger bounces recently, but we've got a nice symmetrical pattern of 4's, unsurprisingly. Okay, and we can... now I am glad I did the colouring. It was a bit of a random thing to do, but I'm glad I did it, because now I'm going to surround all of these 4's with yellow cells, because of course the red cells must not abut the 4's. So all of those go yellow. Now I've got 4 yellows in this box, those are red. 4 yellows in box 1, those are red. 4 yellows in row 5 and in column 5, so all those are red. I can finish off this because I've got 3 reds and 4 yellows. This same. Is that going to be the... Yeah, those are the same as well. And these. And these. And then I need 4 more yellows to complete boxes 2, 4, 6 and 8. And look, in an instant, we've coloured the whole grid in these numbers that in yellow are 1, 6, 7, 9. And in red are 2, 3, 5, 8. Now, what's next? This is lovely, actually. Oh, of course, this even digit is from... Well, okay, I'm just going to bother to highlight or to pencil mark all the yellows. Let's just get rid of that, and all the reds. There we go, and that's all the candidates straight away. But this one, as we said, is from the 1, 6, 7, 9. There's only one even digit in that group, and that is a 6. So the cells it sees can't have a 6 in, and that's plenty. Now, it also cannot be consecutive with this digit, so that's not a 7. It's on the end of a thermo, so it's not a 1. That is a 9. And let's do the pencil marking on 9's as well from that one. Now we've got a 1, 7 pair here in column 7. Well, I know 9 can't be next to 8. 6 can't be... Oh, 6 can't be next to 5 or 3. In this 2 by 2, 2 mustn't be next to 3. That's quite important, because they would be consecutive neighbours and generate a white dot. So 2 or 3 are in a diagonal, either there or there. And this cannot be an 8, because then the diagonal 2, 3 would be there. This would be a 5. The thermo would fail. So that's a 2. Because it's diagonally with a 3, that's the 3. This is a 5 because it can't be 8. And that's an 8. And now we've got traction on the red digits. So let's see what that does. 2-5 pair there and a 3-8 pair. That gives us a 2-5 pair here and a 3-8 pair. Same goes on north-south. 2-8 pair there. Now, what's the next stage? That can't be a 7 because it's touching the 6. Look, this can't be a 6-7 pair. So there is a 1 in those cells, and that means this is not a 1. That's a 9. That makes this a 6 if my pencil marking is right. I think it is. That's a 1-7 pair. We get 6 here, 9 here, 1-7 pair at the top. Now, they can't have a 6 or 9. They're a 1-7 pair. These can't have a 6 or a 9 in. That can't be a 1 because it's next to 2, and that can't be a 7 because it's next to 8. So we can work that either way we choose. 7s come out of those, 1s come out of those. This can't be a 6-7 pair, same deal again. So there's a 9 there. Oh, that means that's not a 9. That doesn't give me a digit like I thought it would. That can't be a 6 though because it's next to 7, so that does give me the digits. 7, 1, that's a 7, that's a 6-9 pair. None of those are actually resolved. That can't be 8 or 5 or 3 given that it's next. 6 can't be next to 3 because of black dots, 5 because of white dots, 7 can't be next to 8, so that's a 2. That makes this a 7. These can't have a 2 in. These can't have a 7 in. This can't be a 1 by Sudoku as much as anything else. Now, what was that sequence we came up with? 2, 6, 8, 1 is always rotating around these boxes. So here we know where it is because we've got the 2. 2, 6, 8. I'm glad I did that work at the beginning, which suddenly seemed pointless a moment later. But 3-5 pair there. So 3, 5, 2, 8 are all done. Note that 2 and 3 are keeping away from each other. They're being successfully chaperoned by the 5 and 8. That 2 can't be next to 3 in either of those places. So we get those digits. Now what's the sequence? 2, 6, 8, 1. So we can do that down here. And we can't do it up here yet. Never mind. 6 and 9. Yes, 8 can't be next to 9. Bottom 3 rows all done. It's extraordinary how once you get a handle on this sort of puzzle, it just comes together, and it's really beautiful. I mean, this is almost a discovery rather than a creation. That is next to 8. Actually, there was Sudoku going on there. Let's just use Sudoku. It's almost a discovery rather than a creation because it's so beautiful that this grid exists, that this rule set makes this happen so elegantly. I mean, it really is elegance to me. People mock us sometimes for finding such beauty in Sudoku, but it is there. It is there. You just have to appreciate it. Now, none of those are resolved by the non-consecutive rule. Surprisingly, that's not 6 or 9, so that's a 1-7 pair. They're also not resolved. 6, 9. Oh, I'm a bit surprised. I thought we were going to be done. 2 next to 3 is not possible. Right. then this can't be 5 or 8 by Sudoku. So the 2-3 pair that have to be kept apart are in those two cells. This is the 5-8 pair, and we know from that 5 which way round they go. That's going to fix 2 and 8. 1 must be next to the 8, not the 2. That's a 3, that's a 2. We're going to finish off now. 6, 9, 7, 1, 1, 7. I mean, that is a brilliant puzzle. It's, you know, it's not that hard with a bit of experience, but it's so clever throughout. It's such elegance. Just those simple markings and a beautiful rule set. Quite a simple rule set, but that's really good. Thank you very much, Just Curb, for sending that. Greatly enjoyed today, and thanks for watching as always. It's great to have you with us on the channel, and we hope to see more of you. We'll be back tomorrow with a couple more Sudoku videos. See you then. Bye for now.